For my next challenge, I'm heading into Lancashire, sandwiched between the Irish Sea and Yorkshire. It's famous for great cheese, great cricket, and being the birthplace of Anne Robinson. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm here to fish, but if you think I've come here for a spot of me time, by the river, sat in my deck chair, rod in hand, you got another thing coming. That's right, no rod. My challenge is to catch wild salmon using a method of fishing brought to the north 1200 years ago by the Vikings. I'm at Sunderland Point, one of the few places left where you can still fish the traditional way. This small fishing village is at the end of a tidal causeway on the River Lune, whose name comes from a Celtic word meaning health-giving. Which means that the woman I'm about to meet should be ridiculously healthy, because she spent years up to her armpits in it. Margaret has been making a living fishing these waters for 26 years. She's one of only 150 people licensed to fish this way, with a contraption that resembles a football net. For today only, I'm licence holder 151, as I join her for a day's work. Let's go, Margaret. Let's hope I catch something, because I'm cooking tea and salmon's on the menu.
I'm going to go in and the water will be a bit fast running, but you've got the knack of it, you're not daft.
All right, Margaret, I think we're on it now.
Right, as long as you keep in front. Now just walk towards that way.
OK.
That's it. Keep going in.
Remember, third left at the roundabout.
If you want to just put your beam down now and undo your net. That's it, put your beam down.
Has it got a special name, this net, Margaret?
It's called a half net or a heave net. And it's a Norse word, it's what they used to use for fishing. And the salmon, the loon salmon's famous in its own right, and it's been fished for hundreds of years. But sadly, like everything else, they've cut back. There's only 12 of these on the river, which the Environment Agency and everybody have been trying to cut back on, but it's historic. Okay. So we're allowed to keep hold of it.
Where do you get a half net from?
Well, you make them yourself. You buy an 18'6" piece of wood, a block, and you stand it down. You stand for hours and hours. The thinner you can get it, the lighter it is to carry on your back.
So you've done this yourself?
Yeah, you just do it yourself. Then you get a piece of net, of which you have to shape yourself, knit it together, and you put it on so it forms a bag.
So is it knit one, purl one?
It's knit one, purl one along the top.
Okay.
The net, but you stitch it down the side.
How did you learn how to do it all?
Well, I needed one, and so I went and had a look at the other chaps' beams. When I first got the licence, nobody was keen on me fishing because I was a woman in a man's world. And it wasn't, but now nobody is even interested, you know.
You made a strong stuff, you, man.
Absolutely, no choice.
Standing around in a river might seem like a hard way to catch salmon, but it'll be well worth it. Net-caught wild salmon has a much better flavour than the farm variety. Tell you what, Margaret, this is nice. This is lovely. I don't think I'm ever as happy as when I'm in the water. I'm going to cook you the finest salmon you've ever had cooked.
Do you know, I'm just looking forward to that. They're just lovely.
But I know there's a big one down there with my name written all over it, Margaret.
I feel it. I feel that
it's just about 15 yards down there.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it. Nice to have a cup of tea right now. Oh, I felt something then.
Get your thing. Get up. Get up, Sean. Good lad. Wow.
Tripped up by a 12-pound salmon. A bit embarrassing, but nothing more. That's got the pot written all over it.
I'm just so proud of him.
We deserve that. Look at the tail on it though, that's what it's all about with wild salmon. You'll buy them in the markets and you'll see the tails are all rounded because they're all farmed. And it crashed into the net there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And at the risk of blowing my own trumpet, this is the first time someone's caught a fish this big at their first attempt. So there.
I'm just so pleased.
Oh. After I've warmed up and dried off, I head off to Margaret's back garden to cook a feast for this intrepid fisherwoman and her friends. And forget what I said about boasting. We caught a £12 salmon.
Very
I
good.
was very impressed with myself.
We got 3.
Okay.
It's not the size, it's the quantity.
Okay,
that
so what size were they?
Oh, not quite as big as that, but there were 3.
But size is everything. My £12 salmon would have made over 100 quid if it was sold in nearby Lancaster. They've been eating salmon here since medieval times, but it wouldn't have been seen as a luxury item back then, especially if they were posh. Traditionally, they would have baked it or poached it, like me. It looks a little bit like a beach scene, but how can I make it look more like a beach scene? So, with dog poo? Well, well, well.
Look at this, absolutely amazing, that.
Right, we might need a bit of a drum roll because it's salmon time. Drum roll, please. But will it pass muster with Margaret? What do you think then,
I think
Margaret?
that's just lovely.
Okay.
Nice and firm, that feels perfect.
Okay.
Moist, perfect.
Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, Sunderland Point poached salmon. Thank you very much. Now it's time to serve up and see what people think. Bit of extra there because I like you. It looks like it's going down a storm. Wild salmon. It's different. It's a deeper flavour. My work here is done. It's time to get on my bike because I'm heading to Middlesbrough.